Hi everybody, I come to you on Wednesday morning. I just got into the office. It's just right after 7 o'clock and couldn't sleep. One of those days, we all have them. So I figured I'd come into the office and get a few things done before anybody starts knocking on the door. It's okay to get a good start and an early start sometimes. My thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Colorado dealing with smoke right now all through the state, and I know it's extended through other places as well. All the forest fires going on here, the workers out there trying to stop these things, the people impacted. The same thing with California. And now in the Louisiana, that whole Gulf Coast area, a hurricane's going to be coming up there as well, and it looks like another one's going to be coming that same way in a couple of days. So just lots of prayers go out to everybody in just the natural things going on in the world. It seems like 2020 is just a crazy, crazy year, and we're going to be getting through this together. I know a lot of people have evacuated to different places, but this is where we step up and we help each other out. So I'm very grateful for people who open up their homes and things like this to help people out in these situations. So just want to lift that up. But as we gather here today, what I really wanted to talk about was shoes. Quite frankly, I went out this past weekend to buy a new pair of tennis shoes, and I usually go to the cheaper stores to buy my tennis shoes. They're $10-12, and I get them and I wear them all the time. The problem with those shoes is I don't pay a whole lot of money for them. They're not really great shoes, so they wear out fast. Usually it's the sole of the shoe that is just getting really, really slick. It's got no grip, and even on water, it gets kind of crazy. So I figured I would go out and buy a better pair of shoes. Why not? It's good to have a good pair of shoes instead of the real cheap ones all the time, and I guess I am privileged enough to be able to go out and do that. So what I did is I went out, the family actually went with me on this trip, and we went to a store in Greeley, and I walked in there, and I was like, all right, shoes everywhere, right? They got men's shoes, they got women's shoes, they got kids' shoes, all over the place, right? So I start looking around the men's shoe section. And what I like is I like a white tennis shoe, like Reeboks and things like this, with the kind of the leathery kind of look to them. They last, they got good soles on them. Couldn't find anything like that. So I started to try on different pairs of shoes. Nothing fit. I was like, why aren't shoes fitting me? They were too tight here, too loose there. I was like, wow, am I just being really, really picky about this shoe I'm picking up? They were more pricier than I'm used to paying, but that wasn't it. I started walking around with them going, no, I'm not going to buy this shoe. I was thinking, well, maybe if I just try it on, it's a little tight, a little loose, maybe I'll grow into it. Maybe it'll loosen up, maybe it'll tighten up, maybe it'll be better later on. I don't know why I was thinking that. If it didn't fit in the store, why do I think it's going to fit 2 or 3 weeks later on? So I finally found a pair of shoes, and this is them. If you can see them, they're nice and white, and they're kind of cloth on the outside, which I didn't really want because I figured cloth is going to get dirty a lot easier, and I wear tennis shoes like these all the time. But I figured, hey, you know what? I'm going to try something new. But to get to that particular shoe, I went through probably, 9 or 10 other shoes, walking around, pulling boxes down, talking to the staff there, what fits, what doesn't fit. Surely like, oh yeah, this one will be great. Won't fit. This one will be great. Won't fit. And I was getting pretty frustrated. And when I finally found this pair, I was like, okay, this fits. This feels really good. But I almost felt like I was like, well, am I settling for this other shoe because nothing else fits and this one kind of does? So I walked around a little bit longer, and I decided that this was going to be a good shoe for me. And I've had them on for a couple of days, and they do feel good. They got good traction on them. They're well made. The rubber part on the bottom is not going to just fade away after 2 weeks of walking on concrete. So I think I made a good choice there with that purchase of shoes. Why do I say that? Well, usually buying shoes for me is pretty easy. I walk in, I see a pair of shoes. Hey, you got size 9? That's kind of the size shoe I wear. I try it on. It fits. I'm like, party on. Let's go. We're out. So spending all this time looking for a pair of shoes just was driving me crazy. But it reminded me as well that sometimes some of the menial things we do in life and some of the basic things we do in life can be difficult. They can be difficult. And some of the harder things in life can be really, really, really hard at times. But we have to have perseverance to get through these things, right? It's not always easy. Life is not always easy. And I hate to say that. It's not like, well, is that good news? Well, it is. It really is, because we have one who helps us through these hard times. I didn't do a lot of praying in that shoe store. Maybe I should have. Maybe it would have gone smoother. But we have one who helps us, and his name is Jesus. And all we have to do is go to Jesus and just simply say, I need your help. I need your help. And every single time, guess what? Jesus is going to be there for you. Jesus is there for you to help you with whatever's going on in life, to give you a little bit of peace, to bring you that comfort, to let you know that you're not alone, to let you know that even though you might be struggling, He's right there with you. You're not going through any of this on your own. And I think a lot of us forget that. We get downed and we get frustrated. Nope, nobody understands. Jesus does. There's a thing in here about living a Christian life here. And it's by C.S. Lewis from his book Mere Christianity, which is published in 1952. Good book. Read it. It's a great book. It says, if you're thinking of becoming a Christian, I warn you, you're embarking on something which will take the whole of you. It took the whole of me to buy a pair of shoes. It's like, wow, do I want to do that again? But when we get into this Christian lifestyle, guess what? We're in it for the long haul. It's going to take all of us, the whole of us, to live out this life, because we're called to a different way of life, right? We're called to live a life of peace and comfort and love and respect and dignity, and have these for every single person, to say the positive things and not say the negative things. And guess what? It takes a lot of time. But with Jesus with you, it becomes a whole lot easier. Because when we're focused on Christ in everything we do, these things just kind of come natural. We start acting like a Christian should act, instead of saying negative things and cutting people down. We're out there helping, and we're out there loving, and we're out there serving, right? And that's what I think we need to do. I know it might be a stretch from coming from this pair of shoes that was kind of hard to do to living a Christian lifestyle, but I'm just saying, a lot of things in life can be difficult. And why do we think living a Christian life might be easy? Especially with the world tumbling down around you, complications in your own life, sorrows and griefs and heartache going around in your own life, challenges happening. But it can be. It's a difficult journey sometimes, but it's so worth it, because we're walking it with God, and we're walking it with Christ, and we're walking it with one another. So what I just have to say to you is, get on your tennis shoes today. Get on your favorite pair of shoes today. Go out and start walking that Christian life. But make sure you bring Jesus with you. Ask Jesus to help you through all these trials and all these tribulations. And you're going to see the joy and the amazement that all brings. I know this pair of tennis shoes for me is really comfortable, and I love them. Pales in comparison of what the feeling you're going to have when you walk with Jesus every single day of your life. All right, that's all I got for today. This is a little bit long again. You guys take care. I'm out. Have a good day. Bye now.